Hello everyone. Today we will work on a strategy which is like a buy low and a sell high. So in this strategy, normally what we do, as a name suggests, that we will buy the equity or the instrument at low price, and then we will sell the equity when the price is high. Yeah. So let's start this. So what we will do from Pandas, we will import data, and then we'll give the start date as, let's say, 2014 0101, and then we'll give the end date. So the start date and end date, when basically these are the time frame for which we will be pulling the data from the Yahoo. I'll show you how it is done. So let's say we'll take it till January. Then now the next, we'll create a data frame, which is, suppose now I'll be taking the data of TCS, which is a data consultancy service. It is listed in National Stock Exchange of India, and it's a part of Nifty 50. So Nifty 50 is basically the top 50 companies in India, and TCS is one of the major IT firm in India, and it has been there in like many years, or I would say couple of decades. So let's say TCS underscore data equal to data dot data reader. Let's say now in Yahoo it is named as TCS dot ns, if I'm not wrong. Sorry. And then we are getting it from Yahoo. Then we will give the start date and date. So these are the dates which are basically we are passing it into the Yahoo API, and Yahoo, it is this is the syntax, I would say. So this is a mandatory part, the start date and end date. Let's put it here only. Let's try, and it ran perfectly fine. Now we will import numpy as np, and then we will also import pandas as pd, right? So these are the basic things, you already might be knowing this. Now let's pull the signal data. Now the main part of this strategy, now we have already pulled the data. I'll just show you before this, I'll also show you what kind of data we have pulled. So we will just print this TCS data, and I'll show you how it is picked. So as we mentioned earlier, we picked the start date as a 2014 year, and then end date as 2018. So it has pulled all the data from the Yahoo website, I would say, or Yahoo web API. Now it has 985 rows and 6 columns. Now the main part of the strategy is to decide when to trade, like when to buy a security or when to sell it. The event which is which is called, or which is triggered for the sending of an order, is called a signal, right? So a signal can use a large variety of inputs, and these inputs may vary, maybe a market information. These inputs may be a market information, news, or social networking website. So it could be any kind of, or any source of data, or the inputs, and any combination of the data can be a signal. Normally, as I said, the strategy is like, buying when the price is low and sell when the price is high. And for the buy low sell high example, we'll calculate the difference in the adjusted close, which is this one, and which is the last column, and the difference on the consecutive days. Basically we will create a difference of this and this, like the consecutive days, and that's what we're going to do right now. So, and for that, uh, and once we get the value, so if the value is positive, this means that we can sell because the price is higher. Now in Python, uh, we are building a pandas data frame and getting the same dimension as the frame containing that. Now we will create an index for this. Let's end this here so that we can create a new row. So what we say TCS underscore data signal is equal to panda dot data frame, and index is equal to TCS data dot index, right? Um, and now we will copy this what we say the price. Now we will, what we will do, we will take the adjusted close price close value as the price. So basically it's similar to, now suppose TCS signal, and then we can say it's a price which will be equal to TCS data, and this is the adjusted ADJ close. So basically this data will be we are creating it to create a signal or build a signal to trade, right? And then based upon the strategy, we need to have a column which is a daily difference, so we will create that as well. So TCS, we can say daily underscore difference is equal to, now we will be creating a difference of the adjacent close column which is like a continuous date or consecutive dates, I would say, not continuous but the consecutive days. Now suppose TCS price, now for this we will say difference. So difference function will create no, the difference between two columns or two rows or two columns. Now when we print this, we'll say, just say TCS signal dot head. So basically head gives you first five columns, or sorry, first five rows, and when we call it, it will show something like this. So see, now we have the difference of we have the price and for the 24th, and this is similar, this is similar data. We just took a copy of data from the TCS data frame and created a copy in the in as a price column. So we have the price and then we have a daily difference. So this daily difference is basically the difference of two rows, two consecutive rows, like for 1st of January and 2nd of January. So it is creating a difference with the help of this function of difference. Right. Also see, there's a small correction, that not correction, but if you see this is NN which is coming, it's basically because this first we don't have a previous date before this one in the data frame, as we are picking the data from 1st of January 2014. So if we had 2013, then this NaN would have been not there, but since there is no previous row, so it is bringing as NaN, right? Now we will create a signal based on the daily difference. So as we said, the value is if the value is positive like this one, then it will be we will give the value as 1, otherwise it will remain as 0. So the syntax for that will be TCS signal, let's say signal equal to not here. First we will say first we will create an empty list, and after that we say signal equal to numpy where condition we say TCS signal daily underscore difference if it is greater than 0 then it's 1.1 or 1.0, else it's 0.0. Yeah, then we will let's try to print it. So we say print TCS signal. Let's try this. So now if you see or focus on the last column that we have, this is 0, so it's okay. Now the if this value is, as per this logic, if this value is greater than 0, so it will give you 1, and if it is less than 0 it will give you 14, or not less than 0. If it is not positive or greater than 0, then it will give a 0, right? With this data now, there is a problem with this data, not the problem, but if you see, we have continuous signal of buying it, which we don't want. So we don't want to continuously buying it, like suppose the teacher stops. So when we buy, then we have to sell it, or if we sell it first, then we have to buy it. So we'll just create one more logic on this. What we say, TCS signal, we'll create a position first, right? So let's say we'll again create a difference, say positions equal to TCS signal dot diff. Now again we are calling this function, and then if we say that TCS signal, we'll print it. Print. We're just checking the data regularly so that we don't miss anything or there is no incorrect data. We say TCS signal, and then when we run it, now we have a new column. So what it says, see now if you see the data, earlier it was showing to buy continuously for 3 consecutive days, right? Second, third and sixth, maybe fourth and fifth is a holiday, so sixth is there. Now for this particular stock, it was asking to buy it continuously for 3 days. Now when we check here, what it says, you buy it on 2nd of January and then sell it on 7th of January. So for 3 days, not even 3 days, for second we bought, third, 6, 7. So for 4 days we will keep this stock as it is, and then on the 4th day we will sell it. That's how it is. It is showing after creating a difference of again this signal. So what it did? Um, it kept as it is, but now 0 1 minus 0 is 0 1, then 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 1 0, and then like that it must have been like 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So it is here, it's the position is asking you to sell the stock. Now let's visualize this data. We will say let's import it. Import, we'll use matplotlib, matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, right? And then we'll say figure equal to plot figure, and we will give a figure size, so because the data will be huge, so we will say figure size equal to 2510 maybe. Let's try this. Okay, and then we'll say ax1 equal to fig dot plot, fig dot add subplot, maybe, yeah, add subplot, comma y label. I'll discuss it. What is this? And then we will say the TCS price, it's price, TCS price in INR, let's say. I don't know how to give the symbol for Indian currency. Then this is done. Now right now what we did, we defined a figure that will contain our chart. So this one will have our chart, and now we will plot the price within the range of the days that we initially selected. So the data will have, I mean the chart will have the data from 2014 to 2018 1st January. So we will say TCS signal. So there are two axes, one is date, the other one is the price. So we'll take the price dot plot plot AX is equal to AX1 comma, we'll give a color as red, and then we will say width as LW is equal to 2.2. Now see, I'll show you what we did right now. I'll just run it and we'll show you. So this is the data of TCS of last four year. So it started from 2014, and it was like okay, like figure. I mean, graph. It's not that great graph. I think it is okay. Like yeah, it is just okay. It's not that great. I think see if you see, or oh, it's not here, but if you see or make a line, you'll not see much difference in the price, even though it was a static between two lines, like almost like between 1000 to 1300 something, or 1250 or something. It was like it was within a range. I didn't expect that, but it's okay. Now what we will do, we will create a position, like the actual strategy is what, when it is high, then it should ask to sell, and when it is very low, it should ask you to buy the stock, right? So that is how the strategy is. So we will say AX1 dot plot TCS signal dot lock. You say TCS signal dot positions equal to 1.0, right? Then and dot index comma TCS signal dot price TCS signal dot positions equal to 1.0. So it will show up like buy position, and mark size equal to 5, and color equal to let's try this. It should come, or let's do one thing. Instead of it putting it here, it should come, but let's not wait for much, so when I run this one, let's see what it shows. See, if you see over here, it's asking to buy over here, right? And then it is asking to buy here, it is asking to buy here. So these are the buy points or the positions, because the reason being, we are saying that if the position is 1.0 index of the location or the price, it should be up. Now we will do the same for the sell part as well. So in the sell part, we will say if it is minus 1, minus 1, and let's give it some other color. We'll say K. I think rest are okay. Let's try to run it. And now, okay, yeah, we did a small mistake. Now, if you see the graph very closely, here it is asking you to buy it, and then here it is asking you to sell it. I know the graph is a bit smaller, I would say, but I think that's why, I tried to increase the figure size so that we can see it much clearer. Here it is asking you to buy, and here it is asking you to sell it, right? So when you try of your own, you will understand what I meant to say. Basically, it's giving you whether we are just picturizing the data. Now, what we will do, we will create a test scenario or the back testing. So, in this, what we will do, we will give us a small amount to the strategy, let's say, and we'll see whether we are making any money or not. So, let's say the initial capital is equal to 10,000 rupees. All right, and let's give it as float. For float, we'll give this one, and then we will create a data frame for the positions and the portfolio. Now let's say positions equal to pd dot data frame index equal to tcs data signal dot index dot fill any. So what it will do, it will replace the NA in the data with 0.0, and we will do similar for the portfolio as well. Portfolio equal to pd dot data frame index equal to tcs data signal dot index dot fill any 0.0, and then we will store this position in this new data frame. Let's say positions let's say tcs equal to tcs signal, and let's say signal. Okay, now we will store the amount of tcs positions for the portfolio in one. So what I meant to say, let's we are creating this portfolio within which we have the positions equal to positions dot multiply, and let's say tcs signal price comma axis is equal to 0. right? Now we will calculate the non-invested money, which is the cash, right? So which we say portfolio cash equal to initial capital minus right. Now the total investment will be, let's say, portfolio. Total investment will be the summation of positions and the cash. So let's say portfolio of positions plus portfolio of total amount. Oh, sorry, not the total, but the cash. Now we will draw the following plot. Okay, let's run it till now. Hopefully there is no error. Yeah, now we will plot this strategy. Portfolio dot plot. Let's say so when we invested 10,000, it increased to some extent, I would say, right? Let's try it and figure as well. Let's say fig equal to plt dot figure and here fixed size equal to 25 comma 10, right? Basically it will be the similar to what we did earlier, so I'll just copy it from there and let's say here, and instead of signal we will have portfolio of total, and then we will have portfolio again, portfolio of single positions, here again portfolio, let's increase the marker size to 10, and here portfolio and here also let's increase it to 10. Let's okay, so we did a mistake in fixed size, no price, so this is basically total. Yeah, this is also total. Okay, so this is the graph or the chart that we got created. Thank you so much. In the next video I'll bring something new. Have a great day.